So firewall front-ending the application layer is the most common architecture deployment. Global accelerator integration, where highly available content exposure, endpoint exposure on the internet is enabled, supports dual stack as well. And CloudFront, which is a content delivery network from AWS, all of them support IPv6. All the while, those targets can continue being IPv4, can build at their own pace IPv6 support, right? So very, very straightforward. Now, a few wins, and I'll be very fast with this one. IPv6 enabled client experience, and the stats for that AppNik actually exposes are very, very interesting around performance of IPv6 on the internet. Expanded user base, no need for carrier-grade NAT and service provider networks, and increased IPv6 usage on the internet, right? Now, lessons learned, 3 very important things. And the first one is probably the most important one. We need to all learn to build the case for IPv6 adoption, and to build it in words that are meaningful to business leaders, right? And to say, okay, this is why we need it. These are the benefits to it, right? And hopefully all the things we've talked about today help to build that. The second is showing results. Cost optimization, IPv6 client addressing, and traffic on IPv6 and the benefits of having IPv6 enabled. And the third one is addressing the knowledge gap. IPv6 has been around for a very long time, and still we're not there yet. So to get more of that familiarity, you can start building these IPv6 enabled environments. Now, the last thing, for the last lesson learned there with the knowledge required to adopt IPv6, we've worked at the request of our customers and together with our service teams and our product teams to put together a learning path. It's not just learning about AWS constructs, it's also learning about IPv6 constructs. So it touches on IPv6 addressing and the fundamentals around IPv6, and hopefully teaches the community, customers, developers, and network admins how IPv6 works on AWS and in internal networks. It's a 3-part course, it's free, so I would highly encourage everyone to go take it and learn IPv6. That said, here's a QR code with all the resources I have available to start your IPv6 adoption journey today. And thank you so much for coming and for listening to this talk.
Okay, thank you, Alessandra. I forgot to mention. Newcomer in this room, so probably a little bit fear, a little bit frustrating. But that's your time. You can go to the standing mic and to raise your question if you have any question. Please go to the standing mic and share your name and your affiliation.
Oh, okay.
Can I have more than one question?
Quick question, please.
Okay, just one question. My name is Bang and I'm ethnic fellow from Laos. I have one question. So, as your presentation, I want to ask, like, what are some use cases where deploying IPv6 in AWS has provided significant cost optimization and simplifying network architecture?
I think we touched briefly on it. Private NAT. When you deploy environments, VPCs that have overlapping IPv4 space, you kind of have to make them communicate with each other. And the most common solution to that is putting private NAT between them. Private NAT is a costly solution, both on AWS and on-prem. And it also hides visibility, observability, and security. So that is probably one of the most common ways to optimize the cost. The second one is when internal networks talk to each other, so internal services talk to each other using public IPv4 addresses, right? Which is a fairly common deployment method because private IPv4 is overlapping Customers choose to use IPv4 public to talk between their environments. Using IPv6 for that actually helps optimize public IPv4 costs, and it helps optimize the network path altogether.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, right. Thank you. Quick question. Quick response. That will be the last question. Sorry.
I just like to ask a simple question. It's
One question.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. What is currently the AWS, the IPv6 SS and the IPv4 SS? What is the percentage range? Have any idea?
So if you're asking about the percentage of customers who have adopted IPv6?
From the traffic point of view. How many in the IPv6? How many in the IPv4?
I don't have those stats, but we are tracking those from internet traffic perspective. So our customers are essentially, our edge team is tracking that from internet traffic perspective. We're tracking that internally. Our service teams are doing so.
So where I can find it?
I don't know for now. I'm going to talk internally.
Only one question already. Sandra. And the question actually was classified. Okay, thank you, Alessandra. Let's welcome to the next speaker, Yang.